Have you ever looked up at a massive airplane soaring through the sky and wondered, how is that even possible? How does something so heavy manage to stay up there, seemingly defying the very laws of nature? It seems like magic, defying gravity with effortless grace. But what if I told you that this magic is actually a well-orchestrated dance of physics and engineering? But the truth is, there's no magic involved, just solid science. The principles that keep an airplane in the sky are rooted in the fundamental laws of physics. We're talking about the four fundamental forces of flight: lift, weight, thrust, and drag. These forces are the unsung heroes of aviation, each playing a crucial role in the complex ballet of flight. These forces are like the four musketeers of aviation, always working together, sometimes opposing each other, but ultimately determining if an aircraft stays earthbound or dances among the clouds. Lift is what pushes the plane up, counteracting the weight that pulls it down. Thrust propels the plane forward, while drag resists this motion. Understanding these forces is key not just for pilots, but for anyone curious about the wonders of flight. Pilots spend countless hours studying these principles to ensure they can safely navigate the skies. But let's get real for a moment. This isn't just theoretical physics, it's about real lives hanging in the balance. Every decision a pilot makes is influenced by these forces. This isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's about doing so safely. Pilots meticulously perform pre-flight checks, considering every variable, from the weight of the aircraft to the weather conditions. I remember a chilling incident involving a pilot who misjudged the impact of weight on his aircraft's performance during takeoff. The plane struggled to gain altitude, and for a few harrowing moments, it seemed like disaster was imminent. The result? A close call that could have easily turned into a disaster. Thankfully, the pilot's quick thinking and understanding of the forces at play averted a tragedy. Trust me, understanding these forces isn't just academic, it's the difference between a safe journey and a potential tragedy. Aviation safety seminars and continuous training are essential to keep pilots sharp and informed. So, buckle up, aviation enthusiasts, as we delve into the fascinating world of lift, weight, thrust, and drag. Whether you're a seasoned pilot or just someone who loves watching planes soar, understanding these principles will give you a new appreciation for the marvel of flight. Let's talk about lift, the force that makes airplanes, well, lift. Lift is one of the four fundamental forces of flight, alongside weight, thrust, and drag. Without lift, an airplane simply cannot get off the ground. But how exactly does this magical force work? You might have heard that lift is all about the shape of the wing, the airfoil. The airfoil is designed to create a pressure difference between the upper and lower surfaces of the wing. And it's true, the curved upper surface and flatter lower surface are key players. The design of the airfoil is crucial because it helps manage the airflow around the wing. Here's the basic idea. As the wing slices through the air flowing over the curved top has to travel a longer distance than the air going underneath. This longer path means the air on top moves faster. This difference in distance creates a difference in air pressure. The faster moving air above the wing creates lower pressure, while the slower air below creates higher pressure. The faster moving air above the wing creates lower pressure, while the slower air below creates higher pressure. This pressure difference generates lift, literally sucking the wing upwards. This pressure difference generates lift, literally sucking the wing upwards. But wait, there's more to it than just the Bernoulli principle. Lift is also influenced by Newton's third law of motion. Remember Newton's third law? For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. This law plays a significant role in how lift is generated. As the wing deflects air downwards, the air pushes back with an equal force upwards, contributing to the overall lift. This is why the angle of attack, or the angle at which the wing meets the oncoming air, is so important. It's like an invisible hand pushing the airplane skyward. The combination of the Bernoulli principle and Newton's third law ensures that the aircraft can achieve and maintain lift. Think about birds soaring effortlessly. Birds have mastered the art of flight through millions of years of evolution. Their wings aren't just static airfoils, they constantly adjust, changing their shape and angle to manipulate the airflow and generate the lift they need. Birds can change the shape of their wings to increase or decrease lift, allowing them to perform complex maneuvers in the air. For pilots, understanding how different factors affect lift from airspeed to wing shape to angle of attack, is crucial for maintaining a stable and controlled flight. Pilots must constantly monitor and adjust these variables to ensure the aircraft remains airborne and on course. So the next time you see an airplane soaring through the sky, remember that it's not just about the airfoils. It's a delicate balance of physics, engineering and skill that keeps it aloft. From the design of the wings to the expertise of the pilots, every element plays a vital role in the miracle of flight. While lift pulls an airplane upwards, there's another force constantly pulling it downweight. Weight is the force exerted on an object due to gravity. It's the reason why a paper airplane doesn't stay airborne for long, and why a jumbo jet needs a powerful engine to climb into the sky. Think about it this way: weight is like a persistent toddler clinging to your leg while you're trying to walk. You can try to shake it off, but it's always there, influencing your every move. In aviation, weight isn't just about the overall mass of the aircraft, but also how that mass is distributed. This is where the center of gravity comes into play. Imagine balancing a pencil on your finger. The center of gravity needs to be directly above your fingertip for it to balance. Similarly, an airplane's center of gravity needs to be within a specific range for stable flight. Too far forward, and the nose dips. Too far back, and the tail drags. Pilots constantly adjust control surfaces to manage the center of gravity, especially during maneuvers like takeoff and landing. Section 4, Thrust pushing against the wind. We've got lift overcoming weight, but how does an airplane actually move forward? Well, that's where thrust comes in. Thrust is the force that propels an airplane through the air. It's generated by the engines, whether they're propeller engines pulling the aircraft forward or jet engines pushing it from behind. Think of thrust as the driving force, like the powerful legs of a sprinter pushing off the starting blocks. The engines burn fuel to create power, which is then converted into thrust. This thrust counteracts drag, the force that tries to slow the airplane down. The amount of thrust an aircraft needs depends on its weight and the amount of drag it encounters. During takeoff, the engines need to generate maximum thrust to overcome inertia and accelerate the aircraft to flying speed. Once cruising, less thrust is needed to maintain a constant speed. Section 5. Drag, the price of flight. When we talk about the price of flight, we're not just referring to the monetary cost of a plane ticket. There's a hidden cost that every aircraft pays, and it's called drag. Remember that feeling when you try running through water? It's a struggle, isn't it? The water pushes back against you, making every step harder. You feel resistance, a force trying to hold you back. This resistance is a lot like what an airplane experiences as it moves through the air. That's drag in action, and it's a constant companion for anything moving through air, including airplanes. Just as water resists your movement, air resists the movement of an aircraft. Drag is the aerodynamic force that opposes an aircraft's motion through the air. It's an invisible force, but its effects are very real. It's like a persistent headwind, always trying to slow the aircraft down. No matter how powerful the engines are, drag is always there, working against them. There are two main types of drag: parasite drag and induced drag. Each type of drag affects the aircraft differently, and understanding them is key to efficient flight. Parasite drag is caused by the friction between the air and the aircraft's surface. This type of drag increases with speed, meaning the faster the plane goes, the more parasite drag it encounters. It's like the resistance you feel when you rub your hand against a rough surface. The rougher the surface, the more resistance you feel. Induced drag, on the other hand, is a byproduct of lift. When an airplane generates lift, it also creates vortices at the wingtips, which contribute to induced drag. Remember that downward deflection of air? This action creates swirling air vortices at the wingtips, which actually pull back on the aircraft, adding to the drag. These vortices are like tiny whirlpools of air that form at the wingtips, and they create a backward pull on the aircraft, making it harder to move forward. Reducing drag is a major focus in aircraft design. Engineers spend countless hours in wind tunnels and simulations to find ways to minimize drag. From sleek, aerodynamic shapes to smooth surfaces, every little detail counts in minimizing drag and improving fuel efficiency. Even the smallest reduction in drag can lead to significant fuel savings over the life of an aircraft. For pilots, understanding how different factors such as airspeed and configuration affect drag is crucial for optimizing flight performance. By managing these factors, pilots can ensure a smoother, more efficient flight, ultimately saving fuel and reducing costs.